Hey guys, it's Broheen from the Silent Broheen channel playing a new game with Dweek.
What's up?
This one's called Tera Rising, I believe that's what it's called.
Yeah, I just call it
I don't
Tera.
know if it's Tera or Tera Rising.
I just call it Tera.
For, you know, it's another free-to-play MMORPG. The graphics look pretty sweet for what it is here. Don't know too much about it. This is literally my first run in. He showed me a couple things so far about, like, with, you know, going in the inventory, things like that, and then there's this deal in the Valkyrian Outfitters, however you want to say it. You can claim these items right away, so you guys are going to want to know that immediately. They would normally show up right here, and you just click on them, then hit the use button down here, and it claims them, puts them into your inventory, which again, for an MMO, is the I button. Brings up your inventory. Includes a mount. So here's a preview of what the mount looks like. I'll run down here so there's not words all over the place. So that's what the mount looks like. And what are you over here jumping around?
Jump around! Jump around! Jump around!
So, I'm a diehard Rift player, and this game is pretty much way different from what I can tell so far, being just minutes into the game. So, for instance, we have a crosshair now. You can point and shoot your spell in any direction you want, and apparently I just called for help. Nice. Please come help. I don't know, I guess if you hold the E button, it brings this up.
Yeah, it's kind
So
of like
it's like a quick chat thing for if someone's being stupid, and, you know, or you gotta tell them, you know, get the hell out, or help you, or... But the controls are all the same, WASD for movement, except you can't strafe left and right yet, at least that I've seen for, with Q and E. But it seems like
you can't.
F is the use button, like in a lot of other games. Usually use is E, but in this one it's F. So like if you want to go talk to somebody like the first quest giver here, you would hit F, and it'll bring up the screen with, you know, whatever you're going to interact with.
The interface.
Yep. So also, if you're on a, I don't want to say lower quality, but on a TV that's lower than 1080, you're going to have a lot of UI changes to do. I already took care of all that. But I'll go through a little quick run through here. So if you hit Escape or Alt, it brings up your ability to actually have a mouse cursor. So then this bar here is typically right there. I moved it. But if you press Settings, go to Options, go to UI Settings, and up at the top here you can scale the full UI. Also you can choose bars individually on here. So if I have the HP MP bar, you can choose the scale you want it to be, and it'll just change that. Also, with this screen up, you can drag and drop anything wherever you want. So it's a little more user-friendly in some ways than what Rift is, and in others it's not, I guess. We'll leave it at that.
It's different, is the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, it's a little different, but and every time you click Apply in the settings menu, for some reason it moves your chat menu, so that's a little bug they're probably going to have to work on. But anyways, so now we can get on to it, so...
Right on.
Yeah, so should what, mount up?
Mount up. Alright, now, so you grab this,
like I grabbed that. Now it looks like, according to my map, I have to come down here.
Alright, we're about to get into your first fight.
My first fight.
Pretty much.
So as of right now, I don't have any armor. I just have the stock stuff.
You are burlap sacking.
Movement left and right is kind of like a shooter. It's, you know, using the mouse. And
it's very, like I said, it's very action orientated.
Right. So this person's got the red question mark above their head, so this is where I'm going to be turning this in.
Alright, so FYI, red question marks means main story, yellow question marks or exclamation points mean side quests. And then when you complete them, red stars means the completion area for the main story, and yellow stars and whatnot means completion area for side quests, side story stuff.
Assume we're gonna do making the rounds.
Yes. What does it say on your quest
Check
tracker?
with Delari at his camp.
All right, so that's this way. But do you want to start a quick battle and see what you do?
Sure. What, these guys over here?
Pick a target, bro. You gotta be. Your cursor will change the closer you get, and that'll.
Oh yeah, I see that.
I'll keep the little ones off you, so you don't have to deal with them.
I knocked him over.
Keep going.
Yeah, I was just
You can also hold the mouse button to attack. This is especially useful if you're an archer or one that does a cast or a firing DPS. What's your right mouse button do?
heal.
Okay.
The self heal.
Do you have a kind of one of those?
So what's the scoop with actually aiming here? Is there such thing as a critical hit if you aim for the head?
You know, to this point, even at level 26, I don't know. I assume yes, so I aim for the face anyways.
Looks like I just leveled up of some sorts. So which means we'll be taking a look at, well, what I would call the soul tree or skill tree.
There's actually, well, when we get to that point, I'll explain.
But for the most part of the duration of this video, you know, I explained the beginning part because Dweek already taught me, you know, the little bits and pieces of it. But, you know, for the most part, this video for informational purposes and accuracy, I'm going to let him do a lot of the explaining, and, you know, it'll be showing, you know, what he's explaining through my screen. So,
Quick little tip here. See these things on the ground?
yeah,
Definitely
you can press
always
F and open them.
Yep. Charms, I'll explain later. They're they have to do with a certain type of
Oh, C makes you jump backwards.
Oh, well, that's what you have it for. I have it as my right mouse button because I'm a more stationary target, but I move around the battlefield pretty quickly.
Yeah, see, I have an attack on the left button and a heal on the right, so that's why
I've actually gotten to the point where I use my evasive here, if you want to watch me.
Oh, if you select something on the ground, you're like a little bit further away from it like this, and you hit F, it'll actually make you run to it.
Yep. Yep.
Which is kind of cool.
Alright, hang on.
So, and the character that I chose is a priest, so more or less Dweek is the DPS and I'm the priest, the healer.
Right on. Alright, so
I
I've
can see
gotten
my underwear through the back of the dress. That's awesome.
Hang on, let me get a closer look. Black, nice choice.
Right?
Yeah. I've gotten to the point where I use my evasive maneuver to get closer to enemies. So let's say you're an enemy. Check this out. So I'm running towards you. I'll turn around, do that, and get there quicker. Like, very action-like. Very quick.
Alright, so let's check out this soul pointer skill tree.
Alright, well, we actually can't do that yet because there technically isn't one. Cricket.
What?
Yeah, technically there is no skill tree. You attain your okay, so you leveled up, right? We go to this person called a tactics
oh, I see.
officer.
So you can buy skills with the points, right?
No. You buy skills with straight up money actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
like real life money?
No.
I was gonna
Like
say.
in-game money. No, I wouldn't have played this game if that were the case. No, real money that drops in the game is very abundant. Like every enemy that you kill gives you money. How much damage are you putting out on that as a priest starting at level
56, hundreds on crits.
That's not bad, especially for a priest.
58.
Back up.
Why? I can just do that.
Just suppose.
That's what's nice about this. I can
All
take
right.
a hit and heal.
Alright, so let's go to your first quest then. Oh, you know what we should do? Hang on, I should teach you how to do this. Alright, so, oops, wrong one. Press the
So
letter
actually,
U. Press the letter U.
Believe I
That'll
can
bring
go
up
turn
your
this
friends.
in. Oh, it's down here. Letter U.
Yep, press the letter U.
Okay.
And then click add friend, and then add me to your friends list. Alright, so I've been added to Broheen's friends list. So now I'm going to click Alt because it appears in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, and then I'm going to click OK. Yay!
Achievement, Party Maker.
Yes, there are achievements.
I am the maker of parties.
Okay. Why don't you press Alt?
I prefer escape.
That works too. And then go to the, you see the thing where it looks like a die at the top of the screen? Right next to, right under your HP or whatever. Oh, that's right. You choose your UI settings, so I don't have a clue what it looks like.
No, that's still there. The stamina.
No, look for the thing that it shows the party member options or party leader options.
Like round robin.
Yeah, make it free for all because otherwise I'm going to be getting your stuff.
Okay, it's not letting me click it.
Really?
Oh, loot options. Okay, free for all.
Make it free for all, otherwise I'm going to end up picking up your, it's going to give me your items and stuff. And you want to send that one more time?
What?
Or do the option one more time. It didn't work. It appeared on my screen, and I pressed a button, and it went away. There, now it's at free for all.
Oh, I probably hit cancel.
Yeah. So now you're gonna get all of the benefits of your character and stuff like that without me hindering you.
Right.
All right, so let's head up.
So for the most part, I want to explain a little more with the UI. You have this mini map here, which is like your main map, but like for real close, because like you can't zoom in on this map here. You have your compass up here, so I'm assuming reds are enemies, greens are friendlies.
It's actually it varies. Right now, everything around us.
What do I know? I'm colorblind.
I didn't say it.
I know. I was just looking at it and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't be talking about colors because I'm probably wrong. But
okay, well, for the non-Broheen hindered, all the orange that's in here, that is enemies. The bigger ones are like the main enemies.
I was wrong.
And the smaller ones are minions. So, see the big diamond that I'm heading towards right now? That's just a regular enemy. Smaller ones are what are known as minions. And these guys are like one-hit kills each, even at Broheen's level.
Let's try.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 194 crit.
What? Very nice. So yeah, keep in mind those are minions, and you'll find little crystals and stuff like that way farther into the game.
I love the speed of which you mount at in this.
I know, that was one of the things I was like, that's freaking cool. But anyway, you'll get crystals and stuff like that that'll give you extra damage towards minions. Personally, if you can't one or two hit a minion at your current level based on the level of the enemies, you're gonna have a bad time, dude.
Okay, so XP bar is across the bottom of the screen. Okay, that's
yeah, it's kind of small.
For the Federation.
But it
Show
works.
you what I've got.
Just accept everything in the beginning of a new game.
Mm-hmm.
Lessons are never easy.
Initial priest training.
Oh, you found the instructor.
Yeah.
Feel the core's
Good.
vibration.
This is what I was
You
talking
can
about.
learn
Know
skills.
your magic. Know your enemy.
No
If
passive
you're a
skills
magic-
available.
Keep in mind, if you're a magic user, you're gonna have it's gonna be called a magic instructor. If you're pretty much anything else besides a magic user, it's gonna be called tactics instructor or tactics officer. So when you start playing this game and you can't find it because you can't remember what it's called, keep that in mind. If you're a magic user, it's going to have magic in the front.
So can you macro in this game?
I haven't figured that out, but I have figured out that you can chain certain abilities. Do you want to see how that works?
Yeah, that would be good because this is sort of like the tutorial video.
Okay. So when you're done talking to him, let me know.
Because I'm gonna get this.
Yeah, definitely set up how you want, and then I'll kind of show you how the.
All right. So what? It just costs your in-game money to learn.
Yeah. I feel like it's pretty easy then. So like when you level up, it's like you have a choice of all these new abilities that you can try out, and they're pretty usually low cost. To be completely honest, I've never had a problem with.
Oh, so each one you buy requires another level to get to the next thing.
Yes.
So can you unlearn a skill?
I don't think so. I don't see why.
Ah, okay. So this level here, every time you buy one, goes up. So you can buy one at any time, more or less. But
wait, say that again.
You can more or less buy one at any time you want, more or less, as long as you have the required level.
Yes, like like in the beginning, because I was so low level and I was getting, I'm like a glass cannon in the beginning.
A glass cannon.
Yeah, glass cannon. What I did is I chose to have a trap, so that I would put it down, I would evade backwards, they would get stuck in the trap, which slows them down pretty good, to be honest, and then I'd let arrows fly, thereby killing my enemies quicker. But as I got farther in, I realized I was a lot more powerful, and I decided that I was going to be very offensive instead of a defensive archer player.
Immerse yourself in magic,
which is a lot more fun, I'm telling you. But there's different traps too. Like there's slow traps, there's poison traps, there's incendiary traps, there's tons. All right, but anyway, let me show you how the chaining works. All right, so you ready?
Yeah.
All right, press the K button for your skills. Go to, at the very bottom, it says chain skills. Now, it'll bring up the chain skill menu, which what's your first one? Which will be the first one.
Radiance, which
okay,
is
so
my,
your normal attack.
Button.
Okay, so that one is what's called the trigger skill. So I have right now I have mine at the first one is backstep, and then when I backstep, and I'm near an enemy or I'm being attacked by an enemy, it'll start up my penetrating arrow, which is a hang on, let me bring it back up. Which is a skill that I charge up my arrow and I hold down the button and it shoots an arrow up to 15 targets in one line. And well, it's actually penetrating arrow 4, but anyways, after I back up, I can have it start to charge that up, and then I let it fly and it cuts through 15 enemies. So it all depends on which skill that you're going through. I'm not really sure how the priest's skills are exactly set up.
I'm not sure. It won't let me actually change anything here.
Oh, you have to drag and drop.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Oh. You should have your
other. So it won't let me change my
trigger skill.
Okay, so so they're talking trigger skill as in the one that's macro to the mouse button.
Well, it's not just the mouse button either. Like if I pressed, let's see which one is not. If I do my rapid fire, I could have it set up where my final salvo, which is kind of a rapid fire finisher, I can have that set up as soon as my rapid fire arrow is done, so that it'll pop up on my screen, and then I press and hold spacebar, and that starts letting those arrows fly. So almost a continuous rapid fire.
Alright, so what's up with this chain hotkey?
Let me see. Where do you see that?
It's in the bottom of the chain skills portion.
That's what I was talking about. Like, if I do my backstep and I'm being attacked by an enemy, penetrating arrow is going to flash up on my screen, and it's going to say the word spacebar, because that's That's the default button that it comes up that you press to start that next skill, the change skill. So here.
Okay, so like for me, I can macro to like my mouse button 1.
Yes.
Or actually the 1 on my mouse, more or less.
Yeah, you have.
Because I have the Naga, I got 12 buttons for the thumb.
Pretty much.
Are you killing things?
I'm trying to not kill them fast enough, but
well, I wasn't even attacking anything.
No, yeah, I was killing things on accident, trying to see if I could get a fight started and then do a backstep and then do penetrating arrow, but that doesn't look like it's gonna work. So what I'm gonna do? Oh, he jumped away from me.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's okay. So it makes it. That's weird. That almost seems redundant, actually. The chain skill. I guess I'll have to wait till I get more skills.
Yeah.
Right now, it almost seems really redundant because I can put that same ability on my my hotbar.
Yeah,
and it'll
but
do the same exact thing.
I said the same thing to myself when I first started. I was like, that's kind of useless considering I can just press the button easily. But then at the same time, I didn't have many abilities. But then when I started getting more abilities that filled up my like 1 through, let's see, 6 on my hot tray and stuff like that.
So pretty much what it does, it'll like, okay, so let's say I take spot number 1.
Okay, so
and
button 1.
That wouldn't work either because you only have 1 chain hotkey. Yeah, we'll play with it later. We'll wait till we have some more skills and play with it later. I'm sure our viewers here want to actually see some actual stuff going on here. I like that you can knock things over. Knock them over and beat them down.
Yeah, there's well, I can't do it because anything I touch dies right now. But what? There's a bar usually under the enemy's name, and it fills up. And the more it fills up, the more chance you're gonna get to actually knock the enemy down.
Right. Oh, is that the charge bar that it's talking about or whatever?
I think so. I'd have to see your screen.
Nah, there's nothing up there. But alright, so more or less, I mean, we got a lot of the basics down, so
it's a very simple game to learn, and it's not like super complex where you have to know like a lot of MMORPG things. Like this is you could pick this game up. It's free, by the way. Pick this game up, start playing it, understand basically everything. If you have at least a basic understanding about how RPG works, or an RPG works, even an MMORPG. Like if you only play like one MMORPG from, let's name a couple. WoW,
Rift,
EverQuest. If you have like a basic understanding about how those work, then this game will be very simple to understand. Even if you don't, the community
that's just
is
right
really
because
active
like
too.
even with like MMOs, way back in the day, I just kind of played World of Warcraft. I got into it, but like didn't really understand a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, now that I played Rift, as an adult, everything's gotten, more or less like really easy to pick up another MMO.
Right. Once you play the most complex one, everything else seems very simple to understand.
Rift's not really, well, it might be the most complex one.
That's what I'm saying.
But, so.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, with that said, I mean, I turned in a few quests here, showed you guys the basics of, changing your user interface, you know, kind of showing you a little bit of the attacks. But so I think we're gonna end it here.
Okay.
And you know, I mean, unless you have anything else to add.
No, I just definitely think that anybody who pretty much enjoyed what they saw from the game, or from the video, is to definitely check it out. When you get up to like level, I'd say 10, maybe even 15, the game starts really picking up. Battles become a little bit more intense. Like when you hit up into your 20s, it just starts getting like amazingly more, just more action, like attacks going left and right. More tactics are involved and stuff like that. Like flanking, you can actually flank enemies and stuff like that, and turn it to an advantage and stuff like that. It gets more fun the more you play. It's that type of game. I think that pretty much covers that. Unless you have anything else, any closing statements?
No, none other than you know, like the video. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you like what we're doing, remember to check out the Dweek's channel at youtube.com/thedweek. And everybody have a awesome night.
Later, guys.
Thanks.